Hey everybody, I just finished another book in the Give Yourself Goosebumps book series. This is Night of a Thousand Claws. Take a look at this cover really quick. Very awesome cat lady, mid-transformation, and a lighthouse. This kind of does happen in the book, but yeah. Right off the bat, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys that I'm actually a little sick still. It's just bronchitis, so hopefully I'll start feeling better, but yeah. This book was recommended to Buddy Read by Sean Stevenson. He has his own YouTube channel. It's really great, guys. You definitely should check it out. Um, but let me tell you, this guy finished this book in like 2 days. This was like about 2 weeks ago, and I just now finished it. So yeah, um, he finished it, and I had another friend that wanted a buddy read this with me, and very thankful for that. So shout out to you. Um, but yeah, so I finally finished this book really yesterday. I went through today and just made sure I got all the endings. But yeah, jumping right into the storyline, we have you are going to K Cove, which is this like vacation retreat place, and it's your mom, your dad, and your two little brothers, and you guys get off on a ferry, and I think it's all of you in a taxi, driving to this place that you guys are gonna go stay at. And as you're driving, you notice that there's a lot of cats outside and it's very abandoned and different things like that. And your mom tells the cab driver to stop at Katrina Mad's house. And he looks very bewildered, very scared that you guys are going to stop here, of all places. And yeah, so before you get out the taxi, he reaches over and tells you to don't go out after dark and stay away from Katrina Mad. Um, that night, your brother wakes you up and he tells you that one of your brothers ran away. So you get up, you go outside to try to find him, and you get your first choice. You can either go to the lighthouse or go to the cottage. The lighthouse is where Katrina Mad's brother lives, and he's just as crazy as Katrina Mad. I should also mention that Katrina Mad pops up shortly after and introduces herself and said that she'll see you later, which is very weird. But yeah, you get a choice to go between both of these places, and I chose the lighthouse because I've actually never been in a lighthouse. So there's that. But the thing is, as you're going to this lighthouse, I was trying to get all the endings or whatever, and I started picking like I always pick like the obvious way to go, and it's like one of the ways to go was like if you want to leave the lighthouse, go to this page, and that's what I did. That took you to an entirely different storyline. This storyline consists of you running into this parade of cats, and Katrina is like the leader of them, or kind of the leader. She's like more of the person that is a slave to them, and she's looking for somebody to replace her as the keeper of the cats, which is basically somebody to take care of these cats. And I'm not going to reveal much about what that is, but I like the storyline. I like the 9 lives thing, or like things that you have to do with riddles dealing with number 9. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, the other storyline is if you go into the lighthouse, you got to deal with Jacob Mad, who is hiding something that he doesn't want to tell everybody. There's mutant cats, there's robot cats, there's cats everywhere. This storyline wasn't that great. I didn't really like it that much. I don't think it really contradicted with the other storyline, but I didn't love it. But yeah, there's that. The very last storyline is like 2 pages long, and it's where you go to the cottage, and this is where you run into Katrina Mad, and yeah, you get turned into doing something, and it lasts all summer, and that very quickly is Night of a Thousand Claws. There's a yeah, this book wasn't great. This wasn't one of my favorite books of the series. The endings were very weak. My favorite endings was probably where you get turned, go to the ghost town cat thing. The worst ending was easily the invisible ending because you turn invisible and it doesn't really say anything else, but apparently people can't hear you when you turn invisible. Yeah, it wasn't that great. I did like some of the word search things, like where you have to go up a spiral staircase or down a spiral staircase or something, and you get like you're supposed to put 2 pieces of paper in your pocket where it says staircase and something else, and you move them around and you find out the one that you want. And oh, the word search, that had nothing to do with the word search. I'm sorry. The word search was the word staircase. See how many words you can find. If it's more than 8, then you go this way. Less than 8 or something, or it might be more than 9. That might be the 9 lives thing too. But yeah, Night of a Thousand Claws wasn't that great. It was a very weak one in my opinion. The endings, there were no really good endings, no satisfying ones. There's one where you get electrocuted, which is pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, this was a very weak one. I give it a 2 out of 5 stars. I didn't love it. Definitely one of the weaker books in the series that I've read so far. Yeah, I don't think there's really much else that I really wanted to mention. Oh, I will say that the atmosphere or the setting was really good. It's very beachy, very outdoors, like next to the lighthouse, next to the water and stuff. But after a while, the cats just get repetitive, and there's really nothing much. The negatives, this book was hard to navigate through. Oh my goodness, it was just ridiculous. There was like every time you think you're going to get a bad ending, if you go through one route, it just takes you somewhere else. It's like to a completely different storyline. And yeah, and I can't tell you a single thing really other than the first storyline of what is actually going on, because the Jacob Mad storyline was just kind of like he done something that was like, and there's really no reason why he was doing it. There's no explanation. The Katrina Mad storyline did have an explanation, but it was very vague. So yeah, yeah, 2 out of 5 stars from you guys. Please let me know in the comments below, what did you think about Night of a Thousand Claws? Wasn't one of my favorites, one of my least favorites. But yeah, yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. Bye bye.